This is just a short video on a kit that I'm putting into the Horizon Worlds public assets. So this one is Home Improvements, Repair Kit and Decay Timer. Basically what it says on the tin, but we'll go into it, and I'll start by just jumping in and showing you what it does. So we've got an option of hammers here with different repair rates that I've just showed above, but I'm going to use the repair rate 1 just because it's quicker for the sake of this. And we've got some fence panels here that are supposed to be showing sort of a decayed fence. So if I go to this one with the 10-second timer over here, and I get hits, you can see I'm swinging, and it repairs once. And there's multiple stages of repairs, so if I hit it again, 4, 5, is that 5? Or did I miss one? There you go, 5. So it should be 5 hits. And then you can see it's fully repaired. That's the fully repaired state. And you've got at the top here where it says decay time. There you go. 10 seconds went by, so it's decayed. That seems quicker than 10 seconds, but it's decayed, and it should do it again shortly. Back to the original. Yeah. So that's one example, and you've got different examples here with decay timers as well. So if I swing here, also the hammer, you can see if I sort of spam the left click, which I am, it still won't let me do it any faster because of the repair rate being 1. So that's how you control making it a bit more complicated to repair things. And it's also how you can add upgrades, level ups that people can purchase in order to repair faster over time. So yeah, that's basically what it is. You've got the repair and you've got the decay over time. So I'm going to jump out into the editor and go over everything a little bit. Right, so relatively simple. I've put my sort of instructions around the place again, which I'm doing with all of the kits I'm putting in. This is just telling you obviously what to do, and by default, you hit the fence 5 times and the fence will decay after 10 seconds. Okay, well, I didn't update that. But anyway, one of the fences will decay after 10 seconds and the other ones have different timers on there just to show examples. This just covers how to change the properties of the hammer itself. So if you want to change the properties of the hammer itself, you have to click on the, let me close these down, the actual repair hammer. Obviously, we've got 3. Ignore the weird thing floating up here because that's a glitch. They should all be in that position. And I'm also going to turn off the gizmos, which you can do in here, which makes it easier to see. So I can just switch that off. And you can see now that I've clicked on the repair hammer in the hierarchy and I scroll down in the properties, you can see that we have the hammer controller attached to the parent repair hammer object. And this is where you can change the repair rate of the object. So you could imagine you can actually up it above 1 as well. It just gets a bit ridiculous with people spamming left click on desktop mode to repair things. But you can change that to what you like, and you can also change the particle effect. And the hit trigger represents, if I turn this back on, the hit trigger represents this trigger that needs to come into collision with the, it's not even going to let me highlight it because it's above. Oh. So it represents that trigger that is showing up here, even though it isn't, that has to come in contact with the fence object in order to actually complete the mechanic in order to repair the fence. So I wouldn't change that in the settings. Keep that the same unless you want to experiment with something else. But the main one is the repair rate. So that is the hammers. And if we go over to the fence, we've got some information here about adjusting settings with the fence. The main difference with this is that the script isn't on the parent object. It's on the first sort of decayed version of the fence, so _0. So if you click on the repairable fence, you're not going to see a script, but if you click on this one, you will. So if you click on the fence decay _0, you should see in the properties the repairable object script, and these are all the things you can change. I've got it up here as well. So you can change the decay time, which I've already done on these ones. and also the hits, right? So you might want to make it more complicated, or you might want, I don't know, there could be like a stone wall or something that you've got. Oh, clicked off that. And you want to make it harder to repair, so it may need 10 hits to repair it. And as I said, you combine that with the repair rate on the hammers, and you can start thinking about upgrades and people being able to purchase better hammers or better tools. Then we've got the hit sound, so you can add whatever sound you want when the hammer makes contact. So the hit sound is actually on the fence, not on the hammer. And important thing to point out about the sounds is that you've got the maximum distance and minimum distance. By default, the maximum distance is 100. I've put it down to 20 on these, but you can put it down even further, because I imagine it would get very annoying if you're repairing stuff in the world and you're hearing people from miles away repairing things at the same time. So you can have a lot of annoying sounds if it's being used in a multiplayer experience. So you've got, as I said, you've got, let's go back to this. So we've gone over the audio, and then this is where you're putting the different models in for the decay stages, essentially. And as much as the outlines are showing in the wrong place, it's important that all of these models are underneath each other, because this isn't changing the location of the model to be exactly where the other one is. All it's doing is making it changing visibility and if it's collidable or not. So when you finish with the 5 hits, it's making this one invisible and removing the collision, and it's making the next one, which is Fence Decay 1, visible and collidable, is what it's essentially doing. So make sure they're on top of each other with whatever objects you're using this on. That's pretty much it. The next stuff is, I've missed this, like I've left a stage out. I haven't added a model, but you could have more stages of decay, essentially. The next thing to do, and I might update this in the future, is actually have a number here, so you could choose the number of stages of decay. So that's something I might add in the future. And then you've got the sound for the transition. So fixing noise is heard is the sound for that. And then the effect for when the fix happens from each stage. And then the same with the decay. So the decay effect and the decay sound when it goes along. And that is everything. Basically, that's everything covered with this kit. Should be easy to just remix and use how you like. But feel free to reach out to me if not, and I can try to help you put it to use. My name in Horizons is Project 8VR. It's on the YouTube as well, so easy to remember. Okay, hope you enjoy using this and making some cool experiences out of it, hopefully. Thanks for watching.